I'm Kathryn Severns Avery, America's #1 retirement readiness expert. And this morning I am joined by Kelly Zerphy.
Good morning.
And we're going to talk about self-care.
Yes.
Kelly has so much knowledge about this topic. And there are so many different aspects of self-care that I wasn't even aware of. I thought, self-care was like doing the mask on the face, getting my nails done and things like that. But we're going to talk about mental self-care. And I had never thought about mental self-care, but I think it's probably the most important of all aspects of self-care.
I think it probably is. I think all of the self-care is such a large definition. So like you said, it does involve the face mask. So we're getting your nails done or getting your hair done, being groomed, getting a massage, things like that. But if the 4 areas of our life are out of sync in any way, we are not performing really at our peak. So you need to be focused on keeping all areas of self-care kind of in sync and taking care of those as you go along in your day.
That is so important. It's almost like, you got 4 wheels on a car and one of them's flat.
Absolutely.
You're going to be bumping along and
Absolutely.
It's not going to be the best or smooth ride.
Absolutely.
So what kinds of things can you do for mental self-care?
Well, there are a lot of things you can do for mental self-care. Some people require a therapist. So that is one way to take care of your mental health. Taking care of your physical body really is key to your mental health.
Right.
Most of our health is included in our gut. And if our gut health is not good, then the rest of our body is not good, which affects every area, our skin, our nails, our hair, and our minds.
Right.
The more junk that we put in our body, the more junk our mind feeds on.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And I think also paying attention to what you're focusing on.
Yes.
It's so easy to get caught up and addicted to watching all the negative stuff that's in our news, that you can find online, things like that. To be able to find a positive and uplifting source of information.
Right.
Do you know of any great little apps for being able to get maybe our motivational Mondays that we do here at
Yes.
What's Next for Boomers? Little shameless plug here.
Right.
But to be able to subscribe to something that
So as
pops
we,
up.
yeah, sure. As we talked about earlier, there are so many apps, and really you can just go to the App Store and search. You can actually search Mind Health, and it'll come up with some different ones. I feed my mind and my mental health by being around other people, and by feeding my body correctly and taking care of myself, because that's really where it starts.
Yes.
And I think one of the other things too is, like I said earlier, is going outside. And you had mentioned about you can't be on the couch and be in relationships with other people.
Right.
And so seek out those people. If you're on social media, you know who they are. Those people that uplift you, that when you watch something that they post or what they say, you know that's someone that you're drawn to.
Right.
And so reach out to people, which is a scary thing, but it's so beneficial and it's so worth it to do so.
And let's talk a little bit about boundaries, because a lot of people have problems with boundaries. And as you said, surrounding yourself with people who are positive and uplifting is important. Just it is to be able to kind of say, back off.
Remove the toxins.
Right.
Right. So that's very important. And so, if you look at your body and self-care as kind of ridding yourself of toxins, that also includes relationships. And that's really a difficult thing to do. And it really takes kind of years of practice to set healthy boundaries. When you are feeling sick, or when you're feeling ill, or when you're upset when you're talking with someone. So there's an internal sensor, maybe,
Yes.
if you want to call it, that and so boundaries may be one of the most important things. It's such a good point that you brought up, because we do not have to accept unacceptable behavior.
Right.
But figuring out what that is can be tough. So working on all the areas of your life in self-care, then they all synergies. It's a perfect thing for your team. They all work in synergy to kind of fuel everything around you. And that includes your relationships and figuring out, who do I want in my life?
Right.
So what I try to do is I try to look for those people that are uplifting, and then I gravitate towards those people.
Right. I love the fact that Oprah is like one of my heroes, and so often we're asked to do things, and out of a sense of obligation, we'll say yes, when we really don't want to, and then we feel like we have to justify why we're not going to do something. And I love what she said, no is a complete sentence.
It is a complete sentence, and it's one of the most important sentences when you are trying to heal or when you are trying to get balance in your life. And it is okay to say no, and no is one of the best self-care things sometimes that you can really do.
That's excellent advice.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for being
Thank
with
you
us
so
this morning.